resources. The World Health Organization also says the disease is a serious impediment to development. Dr. Ahmed Bakr is a consultant pediatrician at Al-Ahli Hospital here in Doha. He joins us now live in the studio. Thanks for being with us, Doctor. I mean, just how common is this? We hear that it's common in those parts of the world.
Right.
I mean, how many cases have you come across in your career?
Well, in my life, I have seen around 3 cases only. But it's known that around the world there are, I think, around 15 million cases which exist all over the world. And I think every year 1.5 to 2 million new cases are diagnosed.
Okay, and it's caused by a parasite. We call it a skin disease, but it's much nastier than a rash.
It's not really a skin disease, but it's caused by a parasite which is the Leishmania. It's a protozoa which is like the malaria and gets transmitted by an insect called the sandfly. The sandfly, the female sandfly, actually transmits the disease from animals like dogs, foxes, and rodents to the humans. But when they bite the humans, they digest the blood, they pass the parasite to the human being. And then when the human being is affected, he either gets a skin problem, so it's called the cutaneous leishmaniasis, but it might also go to the inside of the body and makes a generalized condition called visceral leishmaniasis, and that's the bad or the fatal type of leishmaniasis. The cutaneous is not fatal. Yeah. The visceral is really fatal and causes chronic health problems.
It's a pretty nasty disease.
It is.
I mean, what do you think of the fact that there may now be a vaccine, let's hope so, in the very near future?
Right. Actually, there were lots of trials since, I mean, the leishmaniasis was discovered late 19th century, early 20th century. And since then, lots of trials to find good treatment and vaccines, but they were not successful so far. So finding a vaccine would be a breakthrough and a great advantage to all these poor areas in the world. However, what I heard in the report is that it's for cutaneous. Cutaneous is not the problem.
Right.
The visceral is mainly the problem.
Okay, so perhaps it's not the good news that we think it is. But what do you think of the fact that this vaccine, if it is just for the skin part of the disease,
it's still good. Yeah, it's still good because 90% of leishmaniasis are the skin problem or the cutaneous, and they can progress to the visceral one.
But as a health professional, what do you make of the fact that it's two school kids basically?
Right. That's the great news about it. I mean, that's a great news about it. Actually, the advances that we have, like recently, the genes of the parasite have been really identified, and this helps to see the antigen of the parasite and then create vaccines which can work. And of course, it's a great news, and even if it's only for the cutaneous leishmaniasis, then it means that step 2 is developing another vaccine which works better. But also, it's still in the trial stage, being trialed on mice. So far, no vaccines are approved to be used in human beings, so far.
Doctor, it's great to talk to you. Many thanks indeed for coming in to talk to us. Just ahead.